calculator, 17.5 squared plus 60 squared, and you're going to want to find the square root of all of that. You should be quite confident in putting this into your calculator, and you may get it as a fraction or a decimal, and you want to put in either of them answers. So I'm going to put the decimal, which is 62.5. 2 marks just for being able to use your calculator. Next question here, question 11. 120 new homes are built in a village. Each home is either a house or a flat. Each home either has a garage or doesn't have a garage. 64 of the houses have a garage and 26 of the flats have a garage. The frequency tree shows the above information. 5/8 of the homes are houses. Complete the frequency tree. So 5/8 of this 120 are houses. So I need to find 5/8 of 120. So I just do 120 divided by 8, which gives me 15, and times that by 5, which gives me 75. So I know that 75 are houses. Now whilst I've got 75 up on my calculator, I can find this one by just taking off of 64, which gives me 11. Okay, to find this total here, I just do 120, take away 75. Again, you're able to use your calculator, so why not use it? It gives you 45. And again, 45 is left up on my calculator, so I'm just going to take 26 off of that, which gives me 19. The most important part here was that you calculated the 5/8 to get this house number correct before you did anything else. You cannot fill anything in until you've got that this bit's correct. That's a 4-mark question. You can see there's not loads of working out there. It's pretty simple for 4 marks. Show that 75% of the homes have a garage. Okay, so out of all of the homes, not just the houses, all of the homes, we need to calculate 75% of 120. So 120, 75% of that. 75% of 120 is equal to, and we can just do 0.75 because we know that's 75% as a decimal, times by 120 to find that amount, and that equals 90. So we need to now add up this number for yes to garage and this number for yes to garage and show that that meets or exceeds 90. 64 plus 26, it meets 90. 64 plus 26 equals 90, and then you would just write something along the lines of yes, it meets the 75% because 75% of 120 is 90, and then you can indicate you got your 64 from here and your 26 from here, and that's another 2 marks, so 6 marks in total for that question. I think it's very generous. Question 12. This diagram shows Kai's garden. The diagram is a rectangle. The garden is a rectangle 16 metres by 10 metres. It has a lawn and a flower bed. The flower bed is a circle of diameter 6 metres. Work out the area of Kai's lawn. Okay, so we want just the lawn area, taking away the flower bed from that. So the first thing we're going to do is find the whole area of that rectangle. So we're going to do 16 times by 10, which gives me 160 metres squared. Okay, that is the total area of that entire garden. But what we've got in that garden is the flower bed. And because we're looking at area, we need to work out the area of this circular flower bed. Okay, so area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Now we can do pi on a calculator, that's fine, and we can square the radius, but we first need to work out what the radius is. We've been given the what here? The diameter. So to find the radius from the diameter, I half it. So I'm going to do pi times 3 squared, which is just going to be pi times 9. So if I put that on my calculator, 9 pi gives me 28.274, and I'm going to get my 160 and minus my 28.27. So I've got 160 minus 28.27, and that gives me 131.73 meters squared. Okay, and I'll just put that here nicely. They have put the units and the squared there for you. So I'll just put my answer on the answer line. And that was 4 marks. Again, a 4-mark question. And there's not loads of working out here. You are going to grab a mark for just doing the basic area of the rectangle. And then it's important that you spend some time before you just go ahead and use the diameter for the area of a circle, because it's not the diameter you need, it's the radius. So these are questions you need to stop and think about what you're doing and then go ahead and do it. Question 13. Here are the ticket prices for a zoo when brought at the gate. Adult £22, child £18. Family ticket, 2 adults and up to 4 children, £80. Mr. and Mrs. Khan take their 4 children to the zoo. They buy tickets at the gate. How much do Mr. and Mrs. Khan save by buying a family ticket? So what we'll do here is just standard price, and then we can do that compared to the family ticket. So the standard price is going to be 2 adults, so 22 plus 22 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18. Okay, and it's not got to be, you've not got to do it like this. I'm just showing you exactly what's going to go into your calculator. Okay, so I will do 18 times 4 in my calculator, which gives me 72. And then add the 2 adult tickets to that, which the 2 adults tickets were £44. So the total, if they just was to turn up and buy them all separately, would be £116. So £116 versus the family ticket, which we were told was £80. So how much do they save? Well, what is the difference between 116 and 80? It's 36. So they save £36. Okay, again, not loads of working out, just reading the question, making sure you've got the right numbers in there and clear working. For 4 marks, I know my students will absolutely smash that question. It's a nice question. Okay, and again, not loads of working out there. All ticket prices are reduced by 15% if bought online rather than at the gate. Mr. and Mrs. Morris take their 1 child to the same zoo. They buy their tickets online. What is the lowest possible cost of their tickets? Okay, so let's have a look. They're buying them at the gate and there's only 2 adults and 1 child this time. So we'll look at the standard cost. 2 adults and 1 child. And then we know the family ticket, we know is £80. Now let's just fill in the standard cost here. The standard cost is 22 plus 22 plus 18. So 22 plus 22 plus 18 gives me £62. But they're going to buy their tickets online. So they're going to save 15%. So I'm going to do 15% of 80. So 10% is 8, 5% is 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, 80 take away 12, it would be £68. So we'll do after discount down here. After 15% discount, the family ticket would be £68. And after 15% discount, the £62, well, I'm going to find 10% of 62, which is £6.20. And then add to that 5%, which is half of that, £3.10. And it will give me £9.30. So when I do £62, take away my £9.30, I'm left with £52.70. The lowest possible cost of their tickets is therefore the lowest amount we've just found after the discount, which is £52.70.